So what I want to do here is bring you to a video from Cllr Patrick Quinlan. He's of the National Party, and he's a councillor in Dublin, right? And what the video he released, right, it shows government, local councils in action, right? And it's something a little kind of peering behind the curtain to a degree that you don't get to see very often, right? So we'll have a watch of this and have a listen of it.
So thanks very much, sir. Essentially, I asked this as a question originally in post council meeting I was in attendance of, and was given the answer that we have the information, and people have to tick a box, fill out the information on their social housing application form. It's just that it takes too long for the council to collate that information. That's why I'm putting it down here as a motion today. That's why I'm putting it down here as a motion today. This is one of the main things that my constituents are looking for an answer to. In 2014, Councillor Curtin Dennison asked a very similar question and was given an answer. At that time, it was 51% of Fingal County Council social housing list was for the national, and I think that's just a bit of a gap in between then and now for an update on that figure, and that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking council to support an update on that figure.
So to summarise, he's asking for the numbers of the social housing list in his constituency. How many people on that list are Irish and how many people on that list are not Irish? Just numbers. Just numbers.
Councillor Birch. Thanks, Chair. I'm opposed to this motion. I'm glad the council didn't answer it.
Upset if the council even had that information, because I just see it as a total irrelevance. The same way as wanting to know what people's religions are, people's ages, all of it is totally irrelevant to the work we do in this council.
So she's deciding on the public's behalf. No need to answer that question. You don't need to know. It's irrelevant.
Thanks, Chair. And I also oppose the motion.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Mayor. I'm also opposed to the motion. I think it's pointless, irrelevant, and
The points that Councillor Burton made were absolutely 100% correct.
Context is everything, and the context within which this motion is brought, and unfortunately seconded by Ain 2, and I don't believe it matters. Thanks for the clarification, Councillor Troy. It's Councillor Sheehan alone. Thanks.
So what's happened here is we have Ain2 who fashioned themselves as the only genuine opposition party. Opposition to who? Everyone else in the Dáil, right? And one of those councillors from Ain2 seconded the motion to have these numbers revealed, right? And what's after happening then is another member of Ain2 is after saying, well, basically, hang on here a second. You, while you're a part of Ain2 and you back this motion, that's not Ain2's position. And now the mayor goes on to say essentially how disappointed he is that Ain2, a party that's supposedly made up of adults who can decide their own ideas and decide on their own and make their own decisions, he's disappointed that they haven't fallen, this member at least of Ain2 hasn't fallen in line with the rest of the council, essentially.
Councillor Troy said that she didn't agree either, so she is not. It's not. It's not Ain 2 as a group. It's Councillor Sheehan on his own.
Fascinating. So Councillor Sheehan backed the motion. Ellen Troy, another councillor from Ain2, comes out and says, I don't, therefore I'm speaking on behalf of Ain2. Councillor Sheehan isn't. And the mayor goes along with that and says, yeah, You don't speak for Aintu as a group, as if that had any relevancy. As if that had any relevancy. The question is a legitimate one. It's a fact-finding question, right? Can we have the numbers? Give us the numbers. And what you're watching is the collective humiliation of someone that goes against the grain here. Right? He's after been put back in his box. And we'll see in a minute, right?
I want to thank all the councillors for the contribution. It's a very simple question. We have the information being collated. It's whether or not the councillors actually want to collate that information and make it available to the public. That's really it. We can talk all day, every day, about building houses, supply, supply, supply. Unless we know what the demand is coming from foreign nationals, we're just going to concrete over the country and indeed the county just to build houses for people who have not even arrived here yet. So you're looking at a situation where houses are being built and there's people on the social housing list in excess of 15 years. It's unacceptable unless we're willing to be transparent with people. If we have this information, if this information can be collated, it should be collated and it should be given to the public for their determination, not ours.
Excellent point. Excellent point. Give it, as public representatives, let us get the information that affects the public, people's lives, the public's life, right? And give it to them. And let them determine what they want to do with that information and what choice they want to make based on that information, if any at all. Let's not it be us that's determining whether or not the public get to see certain information. You're being let in here, right? And you're being shown probably for a large amount of you that already know and already suspect that this is the way it operates. You're now being shown this in action. You can take this video and you can show it to somebody who's a little bit more skeptical about whether the government are doing any wrong, and they only see them as people that are trying their best, right? You can show this video of government, local councils in action, of silencing people, trying to socially shame people that step out of line, right? You can show that to them and say, what do you think of this? Do you think that that's what you want your public representatives to be doing?
I do think that we should have some way of ensuring that people aren't given time to be divisive and to create division. And I just find it offensive as a councillor that we even debate it.
The motion is in order. Councillor Mulligan.
Sorry, I'd just like Councillor Quinlan to correct his wording when he said that people are coming in here who are not residents in the country and getting homes that are being built in
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So, a simple question to seek information that affects the public from public representatives. No, we're not doing that here. We're just not doing that here. It's as simple as that. That's your local government in action. These are the people that you've elected and put your faith and trust into, with the guidance of the society in which you spend your life. This is how they conduct themselves.